Good evening. My name is Melissa Sable, and I am the principal of the Mountain Villa School. I would like to welcome you all to this year's virtual Back to School night. This is a year like no other, and it is only fitting to have this night be different than ever before. We are opening our doors, screens, so that you can get a glimpse inside our classrooms. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us, and we hope you enjoy the evening. Topic number 1. I would like to say that you are all doing a fabulous job with the new drop-off and pickup procedures. The other day, we dismissed everyone in only 9 minutes. Wow, that's impressive. For drop-off to move even smoother, please try to complete the health questionnaire by 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, we print that report, and that is the information we go off of to determine if any extra screening is necessary. I also have to say that Miss Megan is really good at catching anyone who is not yet on our list and stopping you to ask you all of our health questions. For me, I am not really that great at remembering who needs to actually be asked about the survey, and so I generally ask everyone. But if you could at all possibly go ahead and do that before 8 o'clock, it will definitely help us out and expedite the process of drop-off even more. Next, I would like to talk about the Pickup Patrol app. We print out this information at 12 o'clock each day. This has greatly helped us to keep track of each student's dismissal procedure. So please, since we are going paperless and not requiring notes to have early dismissals or a change in the dismissal procedure, remember to log the change in the Pickup Patrol app. Also, if your child is absent from school on a day when he or she was scheduled to be in person, please indicate that absence through the Pickup Patrol. It also helps us with our records. Please keep in mind the following when participating in virtual learning. The use of a device with access to live streamed or interactive meetings is for the student for which she or he is enrolled. We understand that our youngest students need way more support than our older ones, so please just follow your teacher's requests when it comes to joining in on those classes. Please understand that adults or students not assigned or enrolled in the class shall not be participating in the class via live streaming or interactive means. Again, we understand that our little ones need much more help, and we welcome your assistance as long as we're following the guidelines presented by the teacher so that we are helping our little ones and that we minimize distractions. Now, this next one is very important. We all share the responsibility of maintaining the confidentiality of any employee or student information that becomes apparent that you happen to witness, or you happen to see or hear. It is inappropriate to discuss academic or other confidential information regarding students or employees with anyone. Recording of lessons from the device is not permitted. And the teacher has control over student access to virtual learning resources, including live streamed or interactive meetings, and will exercise that control when necessary in order to ensure appropriate participation in the virtual environment. Now, let's chat about assessments. We use assessments as a tool to let the teacher know what the student knows and what a student needs to learn still. We don't want to accidentally assess you, so please resist the urge to help. You are not earning your child an A by helping. It is actually detrimental to your child's learning plan. The teacher will not get an accurate account of what your child knows and what he or she needs to still learn. So please, please, please let your child take all of our assessments on their own.
Good evening, Miss Megan here from Mountain Villa School. I am the school counselor here at Mountain Villa. There's some programs that I participate and help run in, and I would like to share them with you. The first is Wolfpack Pride, our school-wide initiative that promotes positive school behavior. Classes can earn patches, and patches then earn a class reward, and students earn blue tickets. At the end of the month, we celebrate everyone's positive behavior and they earn prizes. We also have character education that is part of the school curriculum. They are held monthly, and there's a Google Classroom that you can see everything that's being done with character education. Individual counseling can be done for any students that are having difficulties with school. They are parent-driven, teacher-driven, IEP 504, and RTI-driven. We have school social skills small group counseling. This year is mainly virtually due to COVID, but they are that can be changed as things are changing. They are not academically driven and allow students to get to know the counselor and to get to know each other in a more fun setting. We also have conflict resolution program that is through Second Step that I assist with. Any students that are having conflicts with one another, they work through the steps together. And our Second Step program is our social emotional learning program that we have at school. Also, please don't forget to follow me and Mrs. Profito on Twitter at ATSD Counselors so that you can see everything that we're doing here at Alamucci.
Hi, Mountain Villa community. This is Mrs. DiCostanza, the school nurse. To all those who are returning, it's nice to have you back again. For those who are new to the school, welcome, and we're happy to have you with us. Just a few updates for you from our health office. Just a reminder to please complete the online student health questionnaire by 7:45 in the morning every day your student is physically present in the school building. This will help us to get through our morning screenings and get the children to class faster. Please report any absences, either both present or virtual, prior to the start of the school day. Again, even if your students are virtual and they will be absent, we'd like to know about this so we know that there are any issues or anything that we could help you with. A few guidelines to think about when to keep your child home. If your child obviously has a fever, that's going to keep them home. If they're having any symptoms of a cough, shortness of breath, or loss of taste or smell, any one of those symptoms, your child will need to stay home. If they're exhibiting any two of the following symptoms, such as fever, chills, aches, headache, sore throat, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue, or congestion or runny nose, any two of those symptoms, your child would need to stay home. Some guidelines of when to return to school. If your child is presenting with any of those symptoms we just discussed, they're considered COVID-like symptoms, and there's very strict guidelines that we need to follow based on guidance from the local health department of when they can return to school. So for any of those symptoms, your child will need to have an alternate diagnosis from a doctor or a negative COVID test, or they need to be symptom-free for 10 days since the first start of symptoms onset. I know this is a lot to remember. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to call me in the nurse's office and we can walk through this together. I also want to point out to you our KINSA Fluency program. Some of you may be familiar with this already from last year. This is a grant that we've been given by the KINSA program for free smart thermometers. There's the number here, 900-900, that you can text to the Fluency School, and it will put you on a waiting list for a free smart thermometer. What this does then is it connects you with an app that we have access, I have access here at the school, and I can look and track if there's any illnesses in the building. So it is a good way that I can look to keep our school healthy. So again, if you have any questions, any concerns at all, please feel free to call me at any time. Number is 908-852-1894, and I'm extension 303. Thank you, and let's have a healthy year together.
Before I send you off to your classroom presentations, I just wanted to quickly talk about the reopening expansion plan. Of course, our goal is to provide a reasonably timed, health and safety-driven plan to expand our reopening. We have come up with a phased plan, and we are currently in phase 1. We want to slowly invite our students back to school and make sure that we are keeping in mind everyone's needs. And your opinion counts, so please complete the survey that went home recently. We will be utilizing the data from that survey to help to make the decisions that will be necessary to expand our reopening.